Today I'm going to show you how easy it is to identify your ideal prospects and candidates on LinkedIn and connect with them through Castanet. But we're going to take it one step further. We're going to open up a new channel of communication to help expedite the communication with these prospects. Watch and learn. The first thing we did here in Sales Navigator is we isolated the audience that we wanted to target. We got our list to just over 1,000 highly concentrated individuals, and this is what we ended up with. So here's our list. So first step is we want to take this link, copy it, and put it into Castanet. Okay, so we've done the import in the Castanet, which is really simple, and you can learn a little bit more about doing that in some of our other videos. But here's our list. We have hundreds and hundreds of contacts that all meet the exact criteria that we're looking for. Now, the next trick I'm going to show you is before we start a sequence to engage this audience on Castanet, connecting with them on LinkedIn and sending them a couple follow-up messages, I'm going to show you how to export this entire list into a Google Sheet. So if we go to credentials here on the left-hand bar and scroll down to sign in with Google. It's going to ask you to sign in as a user and then give authorization to our system to be able to connect with Google. There, our connection is done. Now if we go back to our campaigns, we now see this option where we can sync with Google Sheets. And what we want to do is export the entire list of everybody in this sheet. So the system will automatically create a Google Sheet and we'll name it Castanet Olivia Garner. That's my virtual assistant account that we're on, and then the name of the campaign. If I click on this, here it is. This is the export of all of the users that we've identified on LinkedIn as ideal candidates for our service. Notice most of these individuals, greater than 50%, actually have their email addresses available to us to engage. We also have their phone numbers for outreach, in many cases here. We can see their Sales Navigator link. We can see Twitter handles. There's just all sorts of data available to us in this export that goes way beyond what you would ever see just in LinkedIn. So now the big question is, if we take all of these email addresses and of this list of just over 1,000, let's take a quick look at how many we got. Let's just start scrolling down here. There, we got 308 email addresses out of this list of approximately 1,000 imports that we did. So on day one with Castanet, the first thing you're going to do is set up an engagement sequence to start communicating with this audience on LinkedIn. And the very first step is almost always to connect with them. Once you're done setting up your sequence, you'll hit I'm done and you'll name it. So here you can see the sequence that we've created. And in my campaigns, here's my audience. To activate this engagement strategy, you simply come in here and select the sequence that you've created. Once you hit next, the system will automatically start connecting with these individuals one at a time, and will do it on your behalf consistently all the time. So you're going to engage with this audience, you're going to connect with them via LinkedIn, you're going to send them a message, and all of this is going to be going on in the background. It's a powerful strategy. But there's only so much you can do today to start gaining momentum with this database. But remember, we have that list of over 300 email addresses that have been imported as a result of this list. So let's talk about how we can leverage this spreadsheet to connect with as many of these individuals as possible. All right, if you take a CRM tool like this one, this is ActiveCampaign and what I use, and do an import of contacts. With ActiveCampaign, it will give you the option of connecting with Google Sheets. And remember, Google Sheets is where all of those email addresses are being stored right now. So by using Google Sheets, I can sync my imports automatically. I connect my account. Once it's connected, I'm going to import contacts, and then I'm going to start mapping my fields. And this takes just a couple of minutes. Okay, we've now successfully mapped all of the columns to ActiveCampaign where I want the data imported. So column D is email address, column B is first name, last name, phone number, website, LinkedIn profile link, notes, and also their location. So there's more columns available, but I'm not going to import all of them. These are the ones that are important to me. Now, before I actually sync with ActiveCampaign, I'm actually going to come in here and I'm going to remove any of the profiles that do not have email addresses associated with them. Reason why is that ActiveCampaign and many other CRM tools require an email address in order to import that lead. So we'll come in here and we're just going to select all of the fields that do not have email addresses as part of their profile. There we go. So now we have our nicely scrubbed list of approximately 300 contacts. When we come back, we can now hit continue. All right, so we're going to name this document our master sales lead import spreadsheet. There we go. And let's click finish. Now here we have the master sales lead import spreadsheet. You can see that it's active and those leads are getting imported into the system as we speak. Here you can see all of the contacts that have been imported into my ActiveCampaign system. Now, we could just go and schedule an email to get triggered to send out, or we can also schedule an automation to do that without any human intervention in the future. So that's going to be a more advanced course. I'm not going to go into those details right now on how to set up automations, but what I wanted to emphasize is the importance of being able to identify the right audiences on LinkedIn and maximize as quickly as possible your opportunity to engage with as many of those people as you can. Now, obviously we have over 1,000 people that the Castanet system is going to work at connecting with and ultimately start generating momentum and leads and appointments and whatever it is your call to action was for that audience. But simultaneously, we're leveraging our other technologies to use that list as many ways as we possibly can and engage with them in a variety of different techniques. So this is where you're going to be able to start generating results in as little as 24 hours from when you first start using Castanet to when you start generating leads and conversations with your ideal prospects.